Hi there, my name is Cupicate, and welcome to this little real talk that I have prepared for y'all today, which is mostly just some channel updates and some look into the future for our channel. Hopefully this won't take too long, but if it does, I apologize. As you all know, I am incredible at rambling. So firstly, the most important part of this video is that I think it's safe to say we have officially reached 800 subs. I think at the time of recording this, I am at 812. Usually when I hit 100 mark, I lose anywhere between 6 and 10 subs, so I was a little scared to officially announce anything because if there was some sort of like mass deletion of possible bot accounts, I was like, well, this will be really awkward if this video comes out and we're not at 800. But I feel pretty safe doing it today since we're at 812. So thank you. Sincerely. I know I do this every 100 subs, but that's 100 people that have dedicated themselves to this channel that just started October of last year. And we've grown pretty steadily. So because of that, I'm hoping we'll reach 1,000 subs before my first year mark, which I would love. I would absolutely love that. I think I would just, jump for joy, then cry real tears of happiness, and hubby might have to peel me off the floor with my tears of joy in a little puddle somewhere over there with Kiba. Well, I'll just huggle Kiba while I cry tears of joy. But we're here at 800 because of each and every one of you that hit that sub button, that enjoyed my content enough that you felt like you could hit that button. And I appreciate that. I'm really glad you're here, and I thank each and every one of you that are subbed to this channel. Really, thank you so much. And I will go ahead and add, if you do love the content that I put out and you love it enough to subscribe, I ask all of you, if you can, because it helps me so much, who is still a social media ghost, if you could share my videos, that would be amazing. You don't have to, don't feel pressured to, but if you love this content and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna try and help Cuppy out a little bit. If you just share any of my videos that you're like, I particularly loved this episode, please do it. See if you can't make our community grow even bigger. And the more we do that, the faster we'll hit 1,000 subs. The faster we'll get to a point where YouTube actually helps me as a creator get my stuff out there, where I'm not having to work as hard with that, while also juggling making the content good, which is a struggle sometimes. I'm not as witty as I'd like to be as some of those awesome YouTubers out there, but I'm learning to find my little niche, and I think I've kind of come across it a little bit, especially with WolfQuest for sure. I think WolfQuest is a special place on this channel, and it's been the main source of the growth, that wonderful game. And if anybody from the WolfQuest team ever watches this, I hope you know how grateful I am to you for making that game, because we all love it here. All of us love it, and we're able to enjoy some amazing content and stories because of that game. All right, we're going to move on to our next little thing. I have a little list over here to keep me on track because my brain could jump from one thing to another to 50 other things, and I would never get to the goal of the video. So next is kind of where I've been, because I'm sure even many of you on YouTube are like, what's going on, Cuppy? You like say good morning and then you disappear. I have been busy, honestly, since the middle of May, and I've kind of already described that to you, all the stuff that was going on. But after I came back from Oklahoma, I tried to take that break, right? I'm sure some of you remember I tried to take that break, and then hubby got COVID. Sad face. And it's not his fault. He certainly didn't give it to himself. He caught it. And so I had to take care of him a little bit. I still got a little bit of a break though. We tried to distance from each other just in case I hadn't gotten it myself. I don't really know if I ever did or not, to be honest, because I never ever had the symptoms he did. I got a scratchy throat maybe a little bit, and that was it. But that took up a little bit of my time taking care of him. And then my father-in-law's basement got flooded with sewer water. I'll see if I can't post a picture over here somewhere of some of the water damage so you can see kind of what happened. But because of that, I kind of had to drop everything and go help him. You know, he's an older retired gentleman and he doesn't have a whole lot of help. Luckily, one of my husband's sisters came to visit from where she is and helped so much. Honestly, because of her, so many others, including myself and hubby, were able to rally and get a lot done for my father-in-law. So it all turned out really good. It was just kind of a surprise. You gotta go fix this, and he needed it, and I was glad that I was available to help him. But that did get me a little bit behind on some recording, unfortunately. But he, you know, family comes first. He needs the help. He definitely couldn't have taken care of that himself, and even, you know, hubby and him couldn't have done it together. They needed a team, and so we all kind of came together as a family and helped each other, and it ended up being awesome for him. And luckily, he will get his basement fixed. Yay! I will tell you, sewer water smells horrible. As you can imagine, I'm sure all of you know what sewer water is. It's horrible. And the flies got into the basement and they started swarming around down there and it was a mess. But oh well, at least we were there to help him. But that's kind of what I've been dealing with the last kind of week-ish. And then this weekend was just one of those weekends where if everything could be planned on the same weekend, that was this weekend. That was this weekend. Everything. I even had to cancel some things because there was so much going on. I had to ask my mom to go meet with my wedding coordinator because I couldn't go meet with my wedding coordinator. Literally everything that could have happened in a weekend happened this weekend. So I was not able to work on anything this weekend. Yeah, that was my life. But hey, that's life. And that's kind of one of the reasons I called this a real talk, is I wanted to let you guys know because, you know, we're all human here. We all have our own lives. We all make mistakes. And I'm learning a lot from having this channel. And so I kind of wanted to share that with y'all in this. Life springs things on you. And you can make plans and you can make schedules. I will tell you though, I have not been consistent with a schedule, and schedules help a lot. If you can make a schedule, make a schedule. I'm trying to fix mine and make mine more consistent. But regardless, even if you make the perfect schedule, life happens. And don't do what I do. I beat myself up when I can't do everything. I don't know why I do that. It's something I need to work on for myself, for my own mental health. But I try and do everything, and then I get so overwhelmed and so stressed that I fall apart and do nothing. I become so paralyzed with the multitude of things that I have to do in a day or in a week that I kind of crumble sometimes. And I wanted to share that with y'all because it's very real. And if any of y'all experience that, just try and just sit down, breathe, because I had to do that. I had to really sit down and breathe. And I had to write down a chore list. I even sat with hubby and I said, hubby, I need a little more help. And I know that you're extremely limited to the spoons, and by spoons I mean energy. We call energy spoons. So anytime you play those games where you have so much energy and then you can't do anything, well, hubby has those. But his is a very small bar. He can only do so much. So I told him, I said, I realize that you can't do as much as say I can, but I need a little more assistance with some things. So we sat down together, hubby and wifey, and we made a chore list of things that I have been kind of neglecting because of all of the outside things I've been doing. This is regardless of the channel. I feel like y'all have almost been a little neglected yourselves in some way. Maybe that's just me being too hard on myself. It probably is me being too hard on myself. But I did manage to at least get a chore list done. So I'm working on that. I'm working on getting a schedule put together, and I'm working on making a consistent calendar. And hubby and I are going to try and work together on communicating things that are going on outside of the channel a little more, so I can balance, well, if I have a wedding on a recording day, then that means that I need to work with the, you know, people I live with to find another time I can record to make up for that, which is literally what happened today. Surprise wedding that we both forgot about, and he reminded me 3 hours before we were supposed to be there to the ceremony, and I'm like, okay. And so thusly, that brings me to my next thing. This week may be a little interesting when it comes to episodes, due to the fact that last week I made the major boo-boo of not checking my my resolution settings, and so the 2 episodes I did record got thrown in the trash can. Due to that, and then this happening today, the wedding surprise, which was a wonderful wedding, by the way. It was really cool to see family. But because of that kind of keeping me from recording, episodes this week are going to be very interesting. There won't be a Minecraft episode today. However, I will be streaming Minecraft later today. As for tomorrow, I have no idea. We'll see what happens. I think I'm going to be just as surprised as you. Wednesday, I had intended for Teo's first episode to go out, but obviously with that not being recorded, our Fire on Fire series may have to wait 1 more week. If so, I'm thinking about doing a wolf talk. I wanted to sort of talk about Mikhail and his state of mind when we start out this new series for him, which I believe I will be calling Forged in Tragedy, or Forged from Tragedy. I haven't 100% solidified that yet, but I do want to talk about that. He's gonna be in a very interesting state of mind when we start out his series, that I'm hoping to play maybe a little different than how we've played our other wolves, which I always kind of try to do to keep the game interesting, because we are playing the same game over and over and over again. But I want to try something with him I haven't really tried before. I haven't solidified that either, so that'll be something. Another fun thing that has kind of been going on, when I was recording the speed paint of Teo and Sundance, the Fire on Fire picture I did, I was listening to Warrior Cats Into the Wild, and I finished it. It was amazing. I have never read a Warrior Cats book. I'm not much of a reader, and so, you know, for me wanting to be a writer, that's a problem. But I have realized that audiobooks work really, really well for me, since I'm not good at sitting down and just reading a book. I can't do that. Like, I get bored really easily. So it was perfect. While I was drawing, I was getting to listen to it, and it helped. I remember the story better because I was listening to it as opposed to reading it in the book. And I was telling hubby every time something new happened in the story, like, hubby, this happened. Or I'd have questions, because he also knows the whole Into the Wild story because he does narration. And he's also leading a team now of the voice actors for Willowheart Studios of the Warrior Cats project specifically. He's leading that team of the voice actors, specifically the voice actors. And so he's already pretty much read the whole thing, probably more than once, going through lines and such, and helping some of the other voice actors with lines, etc., etc. And spoilers for anybody who hasn't read Into the Wild. So this is your spoiler warning. I'm gonna kind of spoil a thing. So, but funny story. I came to him kind of, sort of in the middle of the story, and I was like, hubby, is Tiger Claw bad? Is he a bad guy? He seems like a bad guy. And hubby gets this big smirk on his face and he's like, keep listening. And I was like, oh my gosh, he is a bad guy. So I kept listening, and it kept revealing more and more and more, especially through Ravenpaw. But I loved Into the Wild, y'all. I didn't know that I would. I mean, I guess there was a part of me at 29 years old thinking, oh, you know, maybe this won't relate to me because I'm so old. And this is more of like a young teen into a young adult book. But I was so wrong. I was so wrong. I listened to that story, and the second it was over, I was like, where's the next one? Where is it? Typing it in. And I put on the next one, and I'm going to be listening to that while I record the next speed paint. And I'm super excited. I really have been enjoying it, and I finally feel like I get to talk with you guys about this, because I know so many of y'all are huge Warrior Cats fans, and in some ways I felt like I was missing out on this grand thing that y'all kept talking about, and I absolutely was missing out. So I'm glad I'm finally gonna be able to enjoy this great story with all of you. But because of that, I've now become kind of a Warrior Cats addict, and then Eco Leaf Legends does a lot of Warrior Cats content. And one of the reasons I didn't always jump into it with her was because I felt like, you know, I don't feel like, this is a really stupid way of looking at it, I realize, but I feel like I don't deserve to be a part of a community that I don't know anything about, right? So I'm playing Warrior Cats and I've never even read the book. That seems so silly. And that's probably like a really silly view of looking at it. I realize that now as I'm saying it out loud, like that's dumb. But now I at least can somewhat talk about it with y'all, even though there's so many books. Oh my gosh, there's so many books. I didn't realize how many books there were. I ended up watching Siri the Pixel Biologist because she was going to try and read them all in the summer, and she kind of showed a page of, ow, I just hit my desk, showed a page of all of the books that are there. And I'm like, oh well, at least I'm gonna have something to listen to for all the speed paints of the future, because there's so many. But I'm excited. I have heard that they do get a little I don't know what a good word for it is. I have been told that it seems like sometimes the writers were writing just for the fact that they could make money off the book series rather than the passion of it. And I have heard of that happen. It's a shame that that may happen to Warrior Cats, but I'm still going to give everything a chance, and I'm really interested in telling y'all what I think about that when I get to the point where I may see a decline in story. If there is one, we'll find out. After going down the rabbit hole of Warrior Cats, I found the random generator because there were so many videos of the random clan generator art challenge where you would have to draw your clan, your cat clan. And I've watched so many videos of that because I love art. And I'm like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do this so bad. I want to draw a whole clan of cats. And I kind of randomized a couple times just to see like what were the different sort of clans you would get, if you could get a really small one or a big one, and it was pretty, like, I think I saw a clan as big as 19 cats, and I was like, whoa, I hope I don't get 19 when I do an official roll, because that's a lot. And I did actually have hubby witness my official roll, which I did do a post of recently. I'm sure you saw it, the Meyer clan, which was funny that that was my my first official role. My first accidental role was Tree Clan. I can't remember what the little tag or slogan was, but it was something really cute and sweet. And then I get and then I get the sour and demonic. It was great because hubby was standing right there and he's like, wow, okay then. I'm like, how do I draw the sour and demonic? Like, everything I draw is usually either really, really sad or really, really adorable. And he's like, you need to draw cats with pointy ears. That's all I can say. Which is probably what we're going to end up doing. Pointy-eared kitty cats. So I guess I got my shadow clan before I did any other clans, but I kind of want to do 4 clans. And this will be my first one. So I think Meyer Clan, the Sour and Demonic, will be the shadow clan of this world that I am now hoping to build with art. So that's something we can look forward to in the future. It will be a speed paint, and I will try and work on some lore behind some of the cats as well. So it'll actually be a story more than just art. The art will be the bonus. But I really look forward to building that for y'all. It's going to be pretty exciting. To add to that, I may also go into Warrior Cats Ultimate Edition on Roblox after I design all of the cats in as an art piece. I may go into the game and design each cat as well in the game. I thought that would be a lot of fun. I've been able to play Warrior Cats Ultimate Edition with Eco. I've mentioned her before. I love her. She's amazing. Please go subscribe to her. She's so cool. But yes, I loved it. I loved running around. I loved playing Cupi the cat. But I thought, how fun would it be to design all these cats in art, in Clip Studio, and then to transition over to this game and then make that cat where you could play it. And maybe I could share some of the designs with you guys. I know that you can share designs, so if you like a particular cat from the clan that I draw from the random generator, then maybe I could share the skin with you and you could run around as that cat. It might be fun for role-playing purposes, who knows? So these are some of the things that I'm going to be working on in the future with Warrior Cats. I don't have a timeline. I think at this point, with the way the summer has been going, giving an official timeline for anything is kind of a dangerous game. I've had so many things in life pop up out of nowhere that I didn't expect that has taken me away from being able to create the content I want to. If I make promises or a schedule, I just feel like life is just gonna be like, haha, that's cute. You might as well tear that up. And I'm gonna pull you over here, because that's what's been going on the last 2 months. So no official schedule, no, I don't want to make any promises because I don't want to disappoint y'all. I would rather almost kind of leave it up to the art of surprise, where every day is kind of something new, but something you may have expected or may not have expected. I guess we're just gonna go with the flow until things go back to their normal. If they ever go back to their normal. I think I've been saying when things go back to normal for the past 2 months. Yeah. I don't mean to sound bitter. I think it's mainly just that I'm tired and there is some irritation that things are pulling me away from the channel, because the channel is what I really, really want to do. And some things can't be helped, obviously, and I don't blame anybody for those things. Just sometimes situations just suck, and it's kind of been that way a little bit for the past 2 months, getting pulled into so many things. But to combat my irritation with that and my disappointment with some of that, I'm trying to continue to come up with more ideas for the channel. I don't want to overload myself. I do have lots of ideas, and I think I've kind of made that mistake in the past with I want to RP and I want to do this and I want to do that. And I have like this grand list of all these things I want to do because I've got so many ideas. But obviously there's only so much time in the day and we'll just have to wait and see when everything happens. But it will happen at one point or another. I think that's the exciting part, is knowing that it will happen. It's just a matter of time. And we get to enjoy everything in between. So I'm hoping, in order to balance out, like if there's ever any episodes missing, I'm kind of hoping to balance that out with streams. If there are ever any streams missing, I'm hoping to balance that out with episodes. So like today, since there's not a Minecraft episode, because I'm actually kind of hoping to finish Boo Island behind the scenes and then give you a nice episode of a full replay with commentary, I think I may do a lot of streaming of WolfQuest from time to time. To see how that fares, a stream of WolfQuest as opposed to episodes. Because maybe if I stream different things that I'm doing episodes of, then I kind of get play on both. That might be fun. Well, I think that I have rambled and talked your ear off for far too long. I know that many of you love hearing me talk, and that means a lot to me. It makes me feel really good to know that even if I just make an episode of talking, that y'all enjoy that and get to maybe do something else while you listen. But I hope y'all like some of the plans and ideas that I have for the future. I appreciate y'all so much for getting me to 800 subs. That's amazing. I can't believe it. I would love to do an 800 sub special. I actually wanted that to be the Warrior Cats thing, but like I said, with life being so chaotic, I don't want to make too many plans. With my luck, by the time I'm done with the random generator, we'll be at 900, which would be amazing. If we could accomplish that, that would be so cool. And with that, I think I will leave y'all for the rest of your wonderful Monday until I see you later for stream. I hope you liked this. Please do give the like button a tickle and a poke. Subscribe if you're excited to see more and you want to join the family and you aren't already subscribed, obviously. And do ring the bell so you're notified, because with the way things have been going, you may be surprised what I post every day. So if you ring that bell, it'll pop up on your little screen and you'll get a little peek at what's going on. And then, of course, join Discord, follow me on Twitch, or any of my social media by clicking the follow me link below. I love you guys. Thanks again for listening to me ramble, and I will see you later for a stream. Bye!